Radiofrequency catheter ablation. Introduction. Radiofrequency ablation is a medical procedure that uses mainly high frequency alternating current produced in order to oscillating in a closed loop circuit, and it will be the heats needed over 60 degrees Celsius, and the main intention to protein denaturation and tissue damage. So what is radiofrequency ablation? So radiofrequency ablation, also called fulguration, and it is one of the medical procedure. Here the part of the electrical conduction system of the heart, or if there is any tumor or any other dysfunctional tissue, it will be ablated using the heat generated from medium frequency alternating current. So what is radiofrequency ablation? It uses an electric current to heat up a small area of nerve tissue to stop it from sending pain signals. So it will be, so if the person is having any pain impulse, so to stop the pain sensation, here there will be the ablation will be done on the nerve tissue, and it can provide lasting relief for people with chronic pain, especially lower back pain or neck or any arthritic joint. So where exactly the stimulus, that nerve tissue will be ablated in order to reduce the pain. So how is radiofrequency ablation done? So first there will be IV injection will be given to relax the patient, relax the muscle, and the patient will be lie on the stomach or back on an X-ray table, and here the doctor will numb an area of the skin with a local anesthesia. So local anesthesia will be given, and after that they will be inserting a thin needle into the area where patient feel pain, and here the X-ray will be help the doctor to pinpoint the exact region and insert a microelectrode through the needle, and the doctor will be asking the patient whether they are feeling any tingling sensation. And so why they are asking means, so by that they will be confirming the right area for treatment, and send a small radiofrequency current through the electrode to heat and nerve tissue, and usually the same day itself the patient can go home. So how effective is radiofrequency ablation? And most patients for the chronic pain, it's one of the pain relieving technique, but it may sometimes they may not get relief completely. So little minimized level of pain, and the relief can last from 6 to 12 months. And even so, that will be depend upon the patient or the type of pain or the perception of pain, and even some patient it may last for even years. So what happens after the procedure? So after the procedure, the patient can continue the regular diet and medications immediately, but we should advise the patient should not drive the vehicle or should not do vigorous activity for 24 hours after the procedure, and they can return to the normal activities on next day. So possible risk. So radiofrequency energy is a safe method of ablation, and however there is always a chance of complications, and the physician will discuss the risk of the procedure with the patient in detail, and the main risk of bleeding occur at the site where exactly we have punctured, and after the removal of the tube, usually we will be, since we are puncturing the artery, we have to give that arterial pressure to stop the bleeding, and to decrease the chance of bleeding, we have to make the patient to take strict bed rest after at least 8 hours after the procedure. And the catheter inserted into the heart rarely cause, sometimes it may be rarely cause internal bleeding, and the physician or cardiologist will take care of it if it arises. Thrombosis. Thrombosis is a blood clot. So when the tubes are removed, normally we will be applying a pressure over the area, so it at the sides to allow a small blood clot to form. And this is normal and prevents bleeding. And if there is a slight risk that other blood clots, if it's forming, and it may cause blockage of blood vessels, and to treat this, blood thinning medication is used to given during ablation to prevent such type of blood clots. Infection, it is a rare of an infection occur inside the heart or the tube insertion site. And the radiation is needed to place the catheters in the correct areas of the heart. And the ablation, mainly we should not do the ablation if there is any chance the patient might be pregnant. Heart, if the abnormal pathway is near the normal conduction system, and there is a chance that the normal pathway could be damaged during ablation. So if this happens, a cardiac pacemaker may be needed after the ablation. And diet, the patient may resume to regular diet and discharge, and do not drink, advise the patient should not drink the alcoholic beverages for next to 20 to 24 hours. And activity, it will take 14 days for the artery to heal completely, and during this time bleeding or swelling can occur if the abdominal or groin muscles are strained. And on the day of discharge, limit the activities and get plenty of rest, and do not drive for 24 hours, and the patient may resume the usual daily activities the day after discharge. This includes some normal social activities. And do not do physical exercise or heavy lifting greater than 10 pounds for 1 week, and consult the same physician who has done that ablation procedure, and the physician before doing any strenuous activity or during a regular exercise program. And care should be taken always to limit muscle strain. Wound healing, and the healing puncture site should remain soft and dry, and a small bluish or tiny nodules may be present, and inform the physician or the electrophysiology lab physician if they notice any increased bruising extending to the thigh or over the buttocks or groin, and any pain at the groin site and it is getting worse. They noticed the fever about not 1 degree Fahrenheit more than 1 day, and if there is any drainage from the puncture site, or any redness or red streaks on the skin around the wound, or any numbness or tingling in the foot, or even the swelling on the ankle or foot, or the color change or coolness of the leg, or any tenderness in the calf muscle or pain in the calf muscle. Coming to the conclusion, most people see improvements in their quality of life after cardiac ablation, but there is a chance that the abnormal heartbeat may return. If this happens, the procedure may be repeated, or doctor might consider other treatments. And depending on the type of arrhythmia, patient may still need to take heart medication after a cardiac ablation. Thank you.